Alright, GC. Today we'll be looking at the answers for last week's homework, as well as moving on to addition of money. Okay, we will not learn how to do the working for addition of money. We'll just learn how to do it mentally first. Alright, so if you look back at your class key remarks, a lot of you did badly for the Friday's homework. A lot of you didn't highlight, and that's why you didn't follow the way I want you to do. I really want you to look in terms of groups of 100. Okay, and from there we can work out how it's supposed to be done. So let's go through 1B and 2B for this lesson. Alright, so they're asking you how many $10 notes. Let's highlight this part. Do you need to make up 1,000? So your goal is actually 1,000. They want you to know, they want to find out how many $10 notes you need to make this 1,000. Alright, so what you need to do is I really need you to go and highlight groups of 100. Okay, you need to highlight the groups of 100 like that in different colors. Okay, and then you realize that there is actually 10 groups of 100. Alright, so we start from 1,000. Everything here is 1,000, and you realize there are 10 groups of 100. So one group of 100, two groups of 100, three groups of 100. And then in each group of 100, in one group of 100, you realize it is actually made up of 10 $10 notes. Okay, so if you look at it, if you look at each group of 100, you have 10 $10 notes. So what is happening is in $1,000 there are 10 groups of 100, and in each group of 100 there are 10 $10 notes. So if you multiply them together, you will get 100, which is the answer. Right, so let's run through this again. Total, that's 1,000. 1,000 is made up of 10 groups of 100, 10 different groups. In each group of 100, you have 10 $10 notes. So if we show it in terms of equation, you have 10 groups of 100, and in each group you have 10 $10 notes. That gives you 100 $10 notes. And if you add everything up together, you also realize that there is 100 $10 notes over here. Alright, now let's go on to question 2B. Okay, so with that understanding in mind, knowing that you have to look in terms of 100, then it becomes slightly easier for you to do 2B already. So what do we have here? We have actually $1,000. Okay, let's write it down. You have $1,000, and they're asking you how many $100 notes make 1,000. This is quite simple. You have $100 notes. You want to get $1,000. You need a total of 10 $1,000 notes. I think this is quite straightforward to see. You need 10 $100 notes to get $1,000. Okay. However, the difficult part is when you get to 50, 10, 5, and ultimately $1. So let's look in terms of 100. Okay, so we know that $1,000 is actually, okay, let me erase this. Okay, you know that $1,000 is actually 10 groups of 100. Okay, $1,000 is 10 groups of 100. Alright, okay, so now we have $50. So we know that in one group of $50, okay, we know that, okay, let's start again. From $1,000, you know there are 10 groups of $100. And I know to form one group of $100, you need two $50 notes. Because two $50 notes will give you $100. Okay, right. So we can see that in $1,000 there are 10 groups of 100, and to make 100 you need two $50 notes. So for $50 notes, what you need to do is that you know that there are 10 groups of 100, and in each group you need two $50 notes to form 100. So 10 times 2 equals to 20, and therefore the answer here is 20. So you really have to look in terms of groups. Okay, so let's look at it again. You want $1,000. You know $1,000 is 10 groups of 100, and to make 100 you need two $50 notes. So in terms of equation, there are 10 groups of 100. In each group there are two $50 notes, so 10 times 2 give you 20. Okay, let's try to use this way of thinking for the rest as well. Okay, so we know two $50 notes make 100. Let's look at $10 notes. So $10 notes, I know I need 10 $10 notes to make $100. Okay, we know this. We know we need 10 $10 notes to make $100. So in terms of equation, similarly, we know in 1000 there are 10 groups of 100, and we know in one group of 100 there are 10 $10 notes. So 10 times 10 equals to 100, and that is the answer for for $10. All right. So once again, 10 groups of 100 in 1000. In each group, 10 $10. So 10 times 10, 100. Similarly, let's look at $5 notes. How many $5 notes make up $100? If you think about it, it's actually 20, 100, 20 $5 notes will give you $100. Okay, how I get that? 20 times 5 give you 100. Right? So using the same logic again, same thing. You have 10 groups of 100. In each group of 100, you have 20 $5 notes. 10 times 20 give you 200. And that's why this answer for $5 notes is 200. And lastly, the last one, how many $1 coins you need to make up to $100? You know that you need 100 $1 coin will give you $100. Imagine you have 100 $1 coin, add them together, you have $100. So same thing over here. There are 10 groups of 100 in 1000, multiplied by 100 $1 coin in 100. That will give you 1000. Okay, so the answer is 1000. All right, so the main thing here is always to look at groups of 100. How many groups of 100? So for 1000, there are 10 groups of 100. I'm going to find out how many of this make up 100. For example, $10 in one group of 100, there are 10. So what I need to do is to use 10 times 10. This 10 is 10 groups of 100. This 10 is in 100, there are 10 $10 notes. So 10 times 10 give you 100, and that's how I get 100. So relook at this again. Make sure that you think according to how many groups of 100 you have and how many notes you need in each group to make up that 100. And once you multiply, you will get the answer. All right, so this is the answer for Friday's questions, page 161 to 162. And today, later on in the next video, you will learn about how to add money, not the working method, but the mental way of adding money together. Thank you.